All right, let's dive in. Our story kicks off in a calm, laid-back little village, the kind of place where nothing crazy ever seems to happen. Inside one warm and cozy house, a family is buzzing with excitement. They can barely sit still. Why? Because today is the day their son finds out what class he'll be blessed with. Big deal. Huge deal. Basically, the kid's entire future packed into one moment. Everyone's hyped. Everyone except the boy himself. Errol just sits there looking like he's waiting for a dentist appointment. His little sister, though, she's bouncing with joy, convinced her brother is destined to get the strongest class of all. Mom jokes, if that's true, he's gonna have girls lining up at the door. Little sis instantly fires back, excuse me, he's way too young for that nonsense. Dad grins and says, well, when I was his age, girls wouldn't leave me alone. Errol, meanwhile, gives the classic deadpan stare, totally unimpressed. Here's how it works in this world. The goddess blesses every child with a class once they turn 10. Along with the class come the skills to actually do the job. Could be something epic like sorcerer or something humble like village baker. Either way, it decides your role in life. The day finally arrives. The temple is packed. The priest steps forward in front of the goddess statue, staff in hand, ready to roll. First child walks up, the staff glows, heat flares, and the scent of iron fills the air. The priest smiles. This one's a blacksmith. One by one, the kids step forward to find their destiny. Errol's sister is practically bragging to herself now. With our bloodline, there's no way he doesn't get something insane. And she's not wrong. Mom is the legendary sword princess Farah. Dad is the mighty Arch Mage Leon. These two are a power couple straight out of legend. So when Errol's name is called, you could hear a pin drop. He steps forward, closes his eyes, and waits for the blessing. And nothing. Total silence. Priest frowns, tries again, still nothing. The audience starts murmuring. After checking carefully, the priest finally makes the announcement nobody expected. Errol has no class. Zero, nada. The crowd gasps. His sister explodes. That's impossible! Mom and Dad, heartbroken. And Errol? He swallows his frustration, trying to keep calm. But deep down, it stings.
Later, back at home, Errol is outside practicing sword swings. Mom and Dad try to comfort him, promising he'll never have to worry about work. They'll always provide. Errol shakes his head. He doesn't want to be a burden. His little sister, trying to act older, promises she'll protect him forever. But Errol has had enough pity. He pulls them together and says clearly, class or no class, I've been training with Mom. I can fight with a sword. One day, my hard work will pay off. His words move his mother. His father believes he'll turn fate in his favor, and his sister still insists he's the best brother ever. Errol, embarrassed by all the sentiment, heads off to train more. At the training grounds, two boys are sparring, flashing their new class powers with smug grins. When they notice Errol, they laugh. What's the classless kid doing here? He replies calmly, training, same as you. One of them boasts that with their classes, they don't even need to train. It's just natural. To prove it, they duel again, their blades clashing with force beyond their age. Errol watches carefully, then calls out a challenge. The cocky boy bursts into laughter, but Errol holds firm. It'll be a fair fight. The boy demands to know if Errol at least has divine protection, and Errol nods. Everyone is born with that blessing. Satisfied, the fight begins.
The cocky kid charges early. Errol blocks smoothly, twisting his blade to break the guard. Suddenly, Errol's in control. Desperate, the boy drags in his partner. Errol dodges their sloppy teamwork with ease, thinking, wow, these two really never learned cooperation. With quick moves, he knocks the skinny one out with a strike to the chin, then slams the cocky one down using the flat of his sword. Total victory. Humiliated, the boys whined that he cheated, But before the rematch can happen, another figure steps in. A redhead, older, sharper, and clearly dangerous. He tells the losers to cut it out. Real enemies don't care about excuses. They immediately quiet down. The redhead sizes up Errol. Son of the Sword Princess, huh? Makes sense. Only her kid could fight like that. Then he challenges Errol himself. Turns out this redhead is the son of Captain Evans, the guard commander and a master of the sword. He brags about his dad's reputation and sneers at the idea that Errol's mother could be the #1 swordswoman. Errol fires back confidently. She is the strongest. The redhead smirks, promising to crush him, boasting that he's already mastered intermediate sword skills. They clash, and instantly the duel is a step above anything before. The redhead admits Errol is better than expected. Then he unleashes his secret move, Twin Blade Slash, 2 strikes in one breath. Errol blocks the first, but the second smashes through his protection. The redhead laughs. See, a classless kid can't keep up. Days later, Errol's rudely woken by his sister acting as his alarm clock. Half asleep, he headbutts her by accident. Sweet, accidental revenge. At breakfast, she begs him not to push himself so hard, promising to one day create a world where he can live peacefully. Errol chuckles warmly, then heads out. By now, his training has paid off. He's mastered Twin Blade Slash. Out in the forest, a goblin ambushes him. He cuts it down easily using the move. But then, a terrifying roar echoes. A hobgoblin, a monster never seen in these lands. Errol rushes toward the danger and finds the redhead wounded but surrounded by dead goblins. He fought bravely, but he's on his last legs. Errol sizes up the hobgoblin, steadies his stance, and at the perfect moment, unleashes Twin Blade Slash. The beast falls. He notices the redhead's holy water shattered on the ground and hands him his own flask without hesitation. The redhead heals up quickly but demands, "How did you learn that technique?" Errol explains, through practice, study, and enduring blows during their fight. And then he adds, "Now, let's finish our rematch." The two clash again. Both launch Twin Blade Slash at the same time, except Errol adds a sneaky third strike. His triple blade cuts through, landing clean. The redhead snaps, "It's called Twin Blade, not triplets." Errol shrugs, "Names don't matter. What matters is making it work in battle." The redhead fumes, but admits Errol has improved incredibly fast. Errol thanks him, "Losing to you showed me my limits. That's why I pushed harder." Rivalry solidified. A few days later, Farah casually mentions that Evans' son left for Brea, the City of Swords. It's the place where she once trained in the guild before settling down. Hearing this, Errol feels a pull in his heart. A place like that. It's calling to him. But doubts gnaw at him. How far can someone with no class really go? Even so, he knows the answer will never come unless he tries. And so, the classless boy sets his sights on the path ahead. His real journey has only just begun.